Welcome back, it's Nan, and today we got another big video for you guys. We are going to be talking about a new SquareEnix digital showcase, and it looks like this is going to be an ongoing thing. We are also going to be talking about Xbox's boss, Phil Spencer, talking about this Bethesda acquisition and what we can expect in terms of exclusivity. He's gotten a little more clear on it. I mean, still some gray areas, but for the most part, it's starting to make more sense in what their vision is. Now, before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. Now, let's get into it, starting with this article that comes from videogameschronicle.com, and it's titled, Square Enix Announces Digital Showcase Featuring Life is Strange Tomb Raider News. There's a lot more to it than just that, of course. So Square Enix will launch a new series of digital events with an online showcase featuring many of its upcoming products on Thursday, March 18th. The event will include trailers and announcements for various titles, including the world premiere of the next game in the Life is Strange series, featuring an all-new protagonist wielding an exciting new power, Outriders, Marvel's Avengers, Just Cause Mobile, Battleland Wonderland, and new games from Square Enix Montreal, Hitman Go, Deus Ex Go, those guys will also feature. The event promises the latest news on this year's Tomb Raider 25th anniversary celebrations as well. And this is going to be a 40-minute showcase, so it's not a short one. We're going to see a lot, and I think they're being pretty transparent on what we can expect. If it's going to be mostly upcoming titles, I don't imagine that we're going to see anything about Final Fantasy XVI Project Athia or Final Fantasy VII Remake, although a surprise would be nice, but I imagine that we're probably not getting anything like that. But with that said, I think it is an exciting time to see all these companies deciding to do a Nintendo Direct style of presentations. I'm actually down with that. I like that spread out all across the year rather than just doing one or two major events a year. That way it keeps us excited, keeps us looking forward to something. My most anticipated thing out of everything here is I love Tomb Raider. Can't wait to see more about what they're doing there. Outside of that, don't really have an interest in anything else that's listed here. Now, if they decide to show any of those JRPGs that I'm just dying to hear about, I'll be more than excited and happy to see those. But as I said, I would be surprised if we see anything about those in this showcase. But if they do it, well, it's more than accepted, and I know a lot of people will be happy about that. But on to our next topic, and this is the big one. This is going to be the bulk of this video, and this is all about Xbox and Bethesda and more clarifications on what we can expect with this partnership, or with this acquisition, I should say. So this comes from videogameschronicle.com as well, and it says, Xbox boss says Bethesda acquisition is all about delivering great exclusive games. Yeah, you heard that right. So it's an interesting discussion that they ended up having. So speaking during an Xbox and Bethesda roundtable event on Thursday, which is today, Xbox head Phil Spencer addressed the burning issue of exclusivity following the acquisition. So in quotes, he says, "So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive, because we know that's not true. There are contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances," he said. And if you guys remember yesterday when we had that discussion, I said, yeah, whatever contracts they have, they're going to fulfill, but I can see them going forward with any new IP and those being exclusive. He goes on to say, we have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms that they are on. There are communities of players. We love those players, and we're going to invest in them. So he's discussing Elder Scrolls Online and any other multiplayer type of games, or games that have already been on the platform. And if they support it with DLC, then they are going to obviously, continue to support those platforms as well. He goes on to say, and even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that will go do. But if you're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is that this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. So let's quickly touch up on that. So he talks about contractual things and legacy titles. And again, I'll say that, contractual things be like the two games that are going to be PS5 timed exclusives that are from Bethesda, and then legacy being Elder Scrolls Online, or ESO. And I imagine that kind of adds a little bit of a gray area about, say, a game like Elder Scrolls 6, for example, which has had many titles on the PlayStation platform. Is that going to make an appearance on that platform? Because Elder Scrolls has such a history on PlayStation, as well as Fallout as well. So it's a gray area, but I imagine those games more than likely are probably going to go in the direction of those being exclusive. He goes on to say, and that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership we are building. And the creative capability we will be able to bring to the market for our Xbox customers is going to be the best it has ever been for Xbox. So this is it, right? This is Phil Spencer. This is Xbox talking about Game Pass being their thing. They want to support it all they can and build it to be this monster, because that just seems to be what their goals are, right? Like, so we see a lot of streaming things like Netflix, Disney Plus. I know video games are different, but it's like they want to be that first company that's successful in creating a streaming type of platform for video games. And also, even if we're talking about natively downloading them and playing them, but still being like some sort of subscription service that people stick to. And I get it. I get it. This is their goal. I get what they're trying to do. I get their vision. It's been pretty clear for a while what their vision is. And this just double downs, triples downs, however many times they've said that this is what they want to do, and they continue to support that. So the biggest question here is, are these going to be exclusive games going forward? And I think it answers it pretty clearly. I think that any new IP that's coming out is going to be exclusive. I think anything outside of agreements that they have with those two timed exclusives for PS5, for example, I think outside of that and any other commitments they've made behind the scenes, we're going to see full-blown exclusive to PC, Xbox, wherever there's Game Pass, basically, unless Game Pass comes to PlayStation, which I don't know if that's going to be a thing. They are going to not be on the PlayStation platform. It's an interesting situation. I'm curious how successful this will be. And I'm curious if they're really going to stick through with this and not put like Elder Scrolls 6 on a platform or the next Fallout. It just seems like, you know, a lot of people are saying it seems like money lost, but I think that's kind of why they bought them. They want to create value for Xbox, for Game Pass, and this is their way of doing it. So I totally get it. I'm okay with that personally. I'm not upset about it. There are few Bethesda games that I'm a big fan of or that I would want to play, but to say that they don't make good games at all, I think is unfair. They definitely do make good games. So lastly, asked during the event when consumers will get some information on what the companies have been working on together, Bethesda Softworks Global Marketing and Communications VP Aaron Losey says we'll have something this summer. So it sounds like probably E3, and that's when we're going to hear more about what's going on with Bethesda and all the games that they have in development. And I'm telling you, I've been waiting for a while to hear Microsoft talk about this stuff because they have a lot going on. And I feel like they need to start showing off games. They need to show some release windows, get us more excited for what Xbox has and what they're going to put out. And I'm sure in due time we will see everything that they have planned for at least 2022. Because as of right now, there isn't too much on the table in terms of Xbox exclusives. But it's nice to hear Xbox talk again about exclusive games. They haven't done that in a long time. So it's very nice to hear that again, even though it contradicts what he said with exclusives being anti-consumer in whatever context he was trying to put that out in. But we'll see what happens. I am very optimistic about the future, and I hope that they make some really incredible games that we can all enjoy. Now, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I'd love to hear from you. What do you expect from the SquareEnix event? Are you looking forward to it? Lastly, what do you think of what Xbox's Phil Spencer had to say? Do you feel like it's clearer now? Do you feel like you understand exactly what they're going for? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to get notified about all my upcoming videos, and hit the like button. It helps the channel a ton. You can follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Links will be in the description. And share this video with a friend. I will talk to you all on the next one. Take care.